everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jessica, and today I am finally filming my MinsGame. This was supposed to be up on Sunday, but I had a weekend planned with my family and got to visit with my dad for the first time in over a year, and it was awesome. It was totally awesome. We kind of threw in a bunch of birthdays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, everything else. We kind of threw it all into one big weekend, and it was totally awesome. It really was. So I apologize for this not being up on Sunday, but you know, I'm a strong believer in real life comes first, and I had already had other videos pre-filmed, so I just kind of slid those in where this was supposed to go, and now I'm filming this on Monday night so that it can go up by midnight for Tuesday's video. So MinsGame, that's what this is. I asked Paula to do this with me this month, and she of course agreed, and a ton of other people have joined in. There's a huge list down below, and definitely go check them out if you're into minimalism or decluttering and just, you know, taking back your life so the stuff doesn't take over. Then you might want to check out some of those people down below. And in case anyone's wondering, I just tweaked my wrist. I have tendonitis. It's just a precaution, so no major issues here. All right, so we are doing days 16 through 23. I have pictures, and I will put them up on the screen like I have in the previous updates. And let's get into this. First picture for day 16, I have an old fleece jacket that I just don't wear. I used to go to the baseball games all the time, so I would wear orange because it was team color, and I just don't do that anymore since I'm married with kids. I don't have time for that, and it's not a color I would normally wear just randomly, so that had to go. I have a life jacket that no longer fits my daughter, and it is going to get passed on to someone else that can use it. I've got like an old cup that I used to like help rinse my kids' hair in the bathtub that is old and beat up, and I don't do that anymore. They take showers now, which is crazy. A bunch of random things like key rings that it's just the ring, like those tattoos, like temporary tattoos that you put on with water. I think an old receipt, a worn out hair tie, 2 more pillowcases. Go figure. I had 2 more that were just kind of floating around somewhere, and so those are out of here. Some Pokemon cards that my kids don't use, a weird bookmark, and 2 pool play toys. We don't have a pool. So, yeah, those got to go too. On to, what day are we on to? 17. We have a lot of curtains, like sheer curtains that my mother-in-law gave to me, thinking that I would use them in my house. And while I appreciate her generosity years ago, these have been in my house for years, they are just not my style. They're kind of lacy, and that ain't my thing. And I'm not into white. I definitely prefer like ivory, beige, kind of neutral tones. And so I'm going to pass those on to someone else that can use them. Same with the beach towels. They were given to me. I did use them periodically, but I've got other nicer ones. Don't need them anymore. Diaper mat. My kids are out of diapers. Yeah. I have an Aruba mouse pad. I just don't use it, so pass that on. Some ties for, like curtain ties for curtains I don't even have anymore. I have a case for a cell phone. Don't use that. I can't even tell what is at the top of this picture. Oh, I don't know where this came from. The very top, beside the towels and the curtain ties, that is like eyebrow stencils. I never purchased those, so I must have inherited them through like my grandmother's or my mom's boxes that got moved to my house, because no, I would never stencil on my eyebrows. Not gonna happen. I have an old, not an old, but a puzzle that's too small for my kids' little hands, and like a random piece of paper. Not anything very exciting there, but it is very exciting that it is getting out of my house. Moving on to the next picture is for day 18. I have 4 of those window clings that kind of shade for like when you have babies or kids in car seats. They can't move out of the direct sun very well. So 4 of those. I have a mat that goes under like a car seat or booster that I no longer need. I have, at the very top, it looks like a big bag of jumbled mess. There was a bunch of like stickers. You know how you get those return address things from like St. Jude's. I'm sure everyone else gets them too. And they always have those random stickers. Well, one year my oldest son had to do like bring in 100 of something for the 100th day of school, and this was years ago, and I don't know why I still had this bag. It was 100 of those stickers. So that's going. I have some antenna balls that I got at Disney World, like probably like on my honeymoon or one of my like 1st or 5th anniversary when we were down there, but none of our cars have antennas anymore. Except for my, that's not true, my Jeep does, but yeah, I'm not going to put anything on my Jeep, so yeah, I don't need those. Someone else can have them. I have a broken Batman toy, a dress my daughter doesn't fit in anymore, more like random paper things, a really, really old brick cell phone. Why do I have that? Like, that's old. That is crazy old. I have the cup that I usually keep my like my mascaras and eyeliners and stuff in. It's okay, but it was a little too short, so it's got to go. Broken pencil, some random papers, a Kindle Fire that no longer works. It just will not charge anymore. I think the charging port is just done on it, and I'm not spending the money to have it fixed. And then a random little drawer organizer. And then my son's got to go to the bathroom, so if you hear a kid, that's what it is. It's my son. So moving on to the next picture is kitchen. It's a lot of kitchenware. I have pots and pans that I don't use, some old containers, plastic containers that I've reused over and over again, but I have really nice ones. So why am I keeping these from like Chinese food? And yes, I do use those because I'm like into the whole recycling, reduce, reuse, recycle. I believe in those, but I have so many that are really nice, that seal really well, and I always forget to use those. So I'm getting rid of these old things, and they'll be recycled. And I'm getting rid of a sifter, a weird chopper that I've never used. I think it was gifted to me. I have some random pot lids that I don't use at all. Salt and pepper shaker, some shot glasses that I had in my 20s, like early 20s. And yeah, that was a whole nother life, and I don't drink, so they got to go. And 2 water bottles that belong to my oldest son that he doesn't use anymore because he's got new ones now. All right, and now my daughter's in here.
Mom.
Hi, pretty girl.
Mom.
You know you're supposed to be in bed.
I'm just gonna go pop.
Okay, go and wait in there with your brother. Okay, you can sit on the bed. That's fine. Okay. All right, moving on to day. What day are we on? 16, 17, 18, 19. Day 16, 17, 18, 19, 20? Yeah, we're on day 20. See what kids distracting you will do. All right, I had a really old basket. Have no use for it. I have some random containers in the basket that I don't use, and that like bag looking thing in there is like a big bag full of those stick-on placemats. And if you're a mom and you've ever had young kids while they had those invented, you know what I'm talking about. When you go out and your kids are using their hands and they don't use utensils or plates or anything, those are a godsend, where they're not eating on a dirty table. I have 6 wine glasses that I never use. I decided to keep 6 and get rid of 6 because that way if I have someone over that likes to partake in wine or whatever, I have something for them. I don't need 12 of them, that's for sure. I have a random like container for lunches that you can actually, it has built-in blue ice, but I don't ever use it, and it is heavy. It is really heavy. I have just a random red container that I don't use, an egg poacher that I don't use, a little tiny empanada press, which I still have 3 other sizes. That one's just too tiny. A few things that are from other containers, and beat up old like to-go cups, stuff like that. Yeah, it's all kitchen stuff that's got to go because, you know. Is my daughter entertaining you back there? All right, next picture for day 21. Had to think about it. More Chinese containers. Some lids for like kids cups that we don't use. I've got an old gift bag that I just don't use.
Can we have a hug?
You can always have a hug. Love you, kiddo.
What's that?
Okay. Can mommy finish filming, please? Let's see, I lost track. Some kind of sleep thing that was given to me. I just will never use it. I won't. An old balloon, an old charger where it has like every different type of charger port on it. I just don't ever use it. It's not long enough to actually reach anything to plug it in. And some letters, like stick-on letters for the wall. Yeah, we used some, and there's not enough on there to do anything else that we want to do with it. All right, next one, I have day 22. I have 2 diffusers that they work, but the fans don't work in them. Like the nebulizer works in it, but the fan doesn't. I have a night light, a scarf, 6 of my t-shirts. I can't tell if it's 6 or 7 of these little mats that came with some of my kids' books and little figurines, which they don't ever use. Earrings that I don't use and haven't for years. Hair ties and a random piece of paper. Not really very exciting. And the very last thing, thankfully it's easy, is 23 hair ties that are too small for my daughter's hair because she has a lot of hair like me. She uses my hair ties now, and those like will barely fit on my thumb. And that's like stretched all the way out. So sorry for the interruptions. Sorry for this being late, but this is #RealMomLife. So that is everything for MinsGame. Definitely go check out Paula. She's going to be linked down below, and tons of other people that have joined in. If for some reason I have forgotten to put you on the list and I added a ton more people, remind me and I will get you on the list. And I think the next time I will post this, if I'm not mistaken, what's today's date? Yeah, it should be the finale, which would be on the 1st of June. So that gives me, you know, time to pick everything for my final day and film it. So God help me. It's getting harder. It's getting a lot harder. But again, check out everyone down below. If you're doing this, remind me if you're not on the list. And I think that is everything until June 1st. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until I see you on my next video, have a beautiful day.